bar, says I'm wrong. Well, I have to change myself. What does he do? He goes out and there's somebody from the Salvation Army or something and says, let me do that. He takes the bell and he starts ringing it, right? I'm doing tshuva. He doesn't know what to do, right? Guy doesn't know what to do. And that's how all the missionaries work and these other people, right? They make people guilt. That's 99% of them. They make you feel guilty, or you feel guilty already. And they say, you feel guilty, you want to get saved. Do this, right? Bow down here, look at this, hold your arm like this, right? They get all confused. Says the Rebbe, that's why you have to have Judaism all over the world. To give people a chance, give people a choice. So that no, because these announcements are coming from heaven. They come. They're coming from heaven. They're coming all the time. And people, they feel it a little bit. They wake up for a couple seconds. When they wake up, they have to know what to do. He says, then what happens is even in Rishaim, even the evil people. Last word on the line is Rishaim. Okay, you see it? You have it?
Yeah.
Therefore, this is the reason why he may behold Rashaim, the evil people, Malaim are filled charatot. Evil people are filled with regrets. Evil people, they're filled with regrets. The Rebbe explains in chapter Yud Aleph of the Tanya that these are the good Rishayim. These are the good evil people. They have a little bit of good inside of them, and they regret what they did. They do bad things. They say, "Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I'll have to do it better." But they haven't got power in their soul to change. But they're filled with regrets. Why do they have these regrets? Why can't they really enjoy doing sins? Let them enjoy it. What's the problem? He says, no, they always have this feeling that there's something wrong. They have this feeling from up there in the essence of their soul that something's wrong. Shemit orim, that they get aroused, b'tshuva, in repentance. Have a look at the 11th chapter of Tanya. It's very interesting what it says. 11th chapter. Shezeu, that this is mipenei, because she'enam rotzin, that they do not want. This is because a Jew does not want b'shum ofen, in any way, liyos, to be nifradim, separate, me'elokus, from God. Uma, and what? Sha'over avera, that when a person does a sin, Rahman Islam. If a Jew does not want to be separate from God, and he can't be separate from God, then why do we see the Jews do sins? And there's a lot of Jews that are separate from God. So the reason that they do is because Sha'o of Rahman Islam, God forbid. Reish Lamed is Rahmana Litzlan. Reish Lamed means Rahmana, means God, Litzlan, should save us. And that when a Jew does sins, God forbid.
Lishka.
Huh? Rahmana Litzlan. Like Hatzil. Hatzil Otanu. Hatzil, Hatzala is to save. Hatzala is the first aid.
Hatzala.
Hatzala. Hatzilu. If a person is drowning, he says, "Help, save, help me, help me." Right? Hatzala, Hatzila.
What does that mean?
Rahmana means God.
Yeah.
Rahman is the merciful one. Litzlan, should save us. Or in simple English, God forbid. V'zeu, and this is how can a Jew do a sin? How do we say Jews do sin? So really there's two reasons, but the Rebbe is not talking about the first reason. The first reason now, the main reason nowadays, is because there's a lack of education. That's why Jews do sins. Jews do sins because there's a lack of education. Either they don't know what to do, like the guy who's talking about with the Hare Krishnas and with this. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know. Or because he doesn't know what God is. He knows what to do. He's told what to do. But he thinks, why should I do this? What's the wrong? Why should I live my life in this stupid game with these rules? I mean, who cares about it, right? It's like, if you play baseball, there's one set of rules. You play basketball, there's another set of rules. You play Judaism, there's another set of rules. I don't want to play Judaism. I don't, right? Because the person doesn't realize, he doesn't have any feeling of what God is, why he should do the commandments. The godliness and the goodness and the happiness and the meaning, the blessing that there is in doing the commandments. Doesn't feel it. Just like a little ritual. You want to do it once. My grandpa used to do it, so I'll do it. It's our heritage, right? The Jewish heritage. So yeah, take it or leave. You do a little bit. Because a person doesn't know. That's called a lack of education. But there's other people that they are educated. They are educated. And they know what the commandments are. They know what to do. And they know what God is. And they still do sins. Why? It says because the fact is no Jew wants to do a sin. No Jew wants to do a sin. Ignorance is one reason. That's one reason. The guy doesn't know any better. But there's people who do know better. And nevertheless they do sins. Why? Because this haruach shtus. This is because of the feeling of craziness. Shemechaseh, that it covers ala emes, on the truth. Shenidmelo, that it appears to him. She'odenu, that he is still beyahaduso, Jewish. Right? This religious person, he goes and he gambles all his money away, or he does something, and he says, I'm just as good a Jew as everybody else. Right? Or she'odenu, nidma, that it appears, it seems. Lo, to him, she'odenu, that he is still biyahaduto, in his Jewishness. Right? You see, conservative Jews, Reform Jews, right? Reconstructionist Jews. What's so important to you by calling yourself a Jew? I mean, you don't want to do any of the Torah. You don't want to do any of the commandments. You don't even believe in God. What's so important about being a Jew? I'm just as good a Jew as you are. Don't tell me what to do. What do you care? You're a Jew. What does it make a difference to you if you're a Jew? If you're a Jew, you rejected the whole Torah. Why does it make an importance to you to be a Jew? Because the fact is, it is important to be a Jew. It's important. But he just wants to say, listen, it's too many obligations, too many responsibilities. Who even says this stuff is right? The main thing is me, my personality, my feeling, my ego. I have to express myself. I have to be who I am, not who you want me to be. Etc. All these reasons, right, are going wrong. But to be a Jew, that he wants. Why? Doesn't know. It's irrational. It makes no sense. Not only does he want to be a Jew, he says he's just as good a Jew as everybody else. Right? It's important to him that he's as good a Jew as I am. Right? To me, it's not important to me that I'm as good a Jew as he is. It's not important to me that I'm better than him. That doesn't make any difference to me. Right? I hope I'm trying to serve the Creator of the universe. Right? I'm trying to do what's right. By him, it's very important that not only is a Jew, but he's a better Jew. He's just as good a Jew. In other words, Judaism by him is a very, very important part of his life. Judaism. Very important part of his life. But what type of Judaism? He's going to make up what type of Judaism. But that's against Judaism. That's called That's called craziness. It's called insanity. Oh, but it's like a Muslim that doesn't believe in anything of the Quran, but he calls himself a Muslim. Is there no such thing? If he doesn't believe in what the things it says in his book, he's not a Muslim anymore. He left. He's not a Muslim, right? Catholic. If he doesn't believe, he's not a Catholic. He's a Protestant. He's something else. A guy doesn't believe in this. He's not a Christian anymore. He's something else. He believes a Hindu. No, I'm just as good a Christian as you. He doesn't care. He became a Muslim. He became right? A Jew. He's always a Jew, right? I'm just as good a Jew as you are. I mean, why is it so important to him that he has to be a Jew? Because that's what a person does, a sin, as he imagines to himself, I'm just as good a Jew as everybody. Oh, but to be, chas v'shalom, God forbid, nifrad, separated, me'alukus, from God, ein urotzeh, he does not want, b'shum open, he doesn't want in any way, v'hu, and it is, me'etzem anashama, answer, because they'll think that it's over, like in the the television programs, the radio announcer, when it comes close to the end of the program, so the music starts playing. Well, who in it? Who in it is? You should have just one pocket. What do you have so many pockets? But who when it is the etzem and neshama, from the essence of the soul, shalamayla, which is above mitam vadas. This comes from the essence of the soul, which is above understanding or logic, hamusag, which can be understood. Ubechina zu, and this level, Nikra is called, quote, maskil, end quote. Maskil, a mem in front of a word, means, how do you say, causative. Huh? That's what they call it, causative.
Causative.
Maskil means it causes something to happen. Maskil. This is what seichel means, awareness. Maskil means it causes awareness. The source of awareness. Makar, huh?
It means enlightenment.
No, maybe enlightenment. I don't know if you can call it enlightenment. This is the source of awareness in your soul. The source of awareness, not awareness. This is what's called the source of consciousness. What is the source of consciousness in your soul? This is called maskil. Now, when we say source of consciousness, we're talking about something which is above consciousness, but on the other hand, it's the source of consciousness. It's a source. Or, in other words, a feeling of godliness, the feeling of the Creator. That's called maskil. It's yours. It's part of it's your level of maskil. This is called maskil. Makor, the source haseichel of awareness. The source of awareness, the source of consciousness. But this level of maskil is the source of awareness. It's the source of consciousness. But she'eno seichel, it is not awareness, hasaga, or consciousness klal at all. This power of maskil is above awareness, above consciousness, above intellect. The nikra, and it is called maskil. Quote, end quote. Why is it called maskil if it's above our awareness? How are we even aware of it? The yoto, because it is aleph vav pei. It means or pashut. Or pashut. It is a simple light of godliness. I think that's or pashut. It might be or panini, but I think it's or pashut. Vahu, and this is chachma. This is the yud of God's name. That's what we're explaining now, right? How the soul is a form of God. How the soul is the face of God inside of the Jew. So it's the face of God. What does it mean? The soul has 4 letters to it. Yud, Kei, Vav, Kei. Yud is chachma. Now we're explaining what this level of chachma is. Chachma is above bina. Bina means understanding. Chachma is this level which is above understanding. It's above awareness. Hu bechinas chachma. This is the level of chachma. Rak only. Shezeu, this is, it's loosely translated as wisdom, but wisdom is not exactly the right word for it. Shezeu, that this is bechin at the level of penimiut chachma, the inside of chachma. Shelamayla, which is above, lagamri, totally mehasaga, from awareness. That's the letter Yud in the Jewish soul. Sometimes it's called faith, emunah. But here the Rebbe is saying it's much stronger than this. This is the power of the Jewish soul. This is the Jewishness of the Jewish soul. Ve'al ze ne'amar, this abbreviation. Ve'al ze ne'amar. We'll go 5 more minutes. Al ze ne'amar. And this it says, quote, maskil esan.
Unless it says, or this it says.
On this. In other words, about this topic, about this Eitan being the essence of the soul, Ne'amar, it says, it's one of the Psalms. Maskil, a maskil. Maskil is like the name of a poem, what do you say? I don't know how they translate it really. Maskil. But anyway, like an ode. An ode. Maskil. How they translate it, I don't know. An ode, le'eitan, to Eitan Ezrachi. Eitan Ezrachi. Let's say Eitan Ezrachi was a person who was the leader of the temple for a while. I don't know what the Eitan Ezrachi is. But nevertheless, we're going to learn the Kabbalistic meaning of it. Maskil, le'eitan Ezrachi. What is Eitan? Eitan, who is Lashon, an expression, lamed means a lashon, means an expression of lashon. It's an expression of chozek, strong. Kamo, and like eitan moshavecha, his dwelling was strong. It's talking about God. Eitan moshavecha. Ube Mishnah, in the Mishnah, it says, quote, Eitan. The word Eitan is Kamashma. No, I'm sorry. In the Mishnah, Eitan, the word Eitan, Kamashma'o, is the simple meaning. Kasha, hard, v'chazak, and strong. Hart und stark, Yiddish. Hart means hard and stark and strong. This is the essence of the Jewish soul. This is the letter Yud in your Jewish soul. This is what's totally above understanding. Inyan HaChozek, this thing of the strength, the power of the Jewish soul is the atzmos, in the essence. The essence of the Jewish soul, sha'atzmi, that the essence, bilti mishtane, never changes. Ubilti mitchalef, and it never is, how do you say, replaced. La'olam, forever. So this is the Jewish soul, the essence of the Jewish soul, the letter Yud. The letter Yud is how the Jewish soul is attached to God. It's totally above any consciousness or awareness or intellect. If so, how are we aware of it? It drips in a little bit to our soul. It drips in something to the soul. That's these heavenly voices that go out. They cause the essence of the soul to drip in. So if all of a sudden a person starts to feel, hey, who am I? Who am I really? I'm a Jew. What is this thing of being a Jew? And that makes him aware of his Jewish soul. As God willing, will continue tomorrow.